Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, let's talk beast mode perfumes. This was a requested video and I tried really hard to garner everything in my perfume collection that has strong projection, compliment getting, and lasts all day. Now you guys know my comfort zone of scents are very light, refreshing, barely there perfumes that you can touch up throughout the day. So this is something definitely I was like, which perfumes in my collection are the opposite of that but I still enjoy? So let's get to it. The first perfume I have to mention is Lancome's La Vie Est Belle. I have this in a tester sample size, and this is not even a normal spray bottle. It's one of those caps where you get a little bit on the lid and you can actually dab it onto your wrist like this. And it's just a very small section, but you can put it on your neck, your wrist, your pulse points, etc. And this, I'm telling you, poof, that just went everywhere. This is such a strong perfume and people will smell you, and it has crazy projection. It's also like an easy 10 to 12 hour wear, and on me I think it lasts the whole day. You don't need a lot. I just need to put a little bit on my wrist, a little bit like on my knees or like ankles, and you will smell like this for ages. Now for me, this is not a scent that I personally use a lot, which is why even as a tester it hasn't gone down a lot. This is a very nighttime perfume in my opinion because of how strong it is. It's a very sweet pear and vanilla scent, and I think it's a lot of people's favorite scents but not mine, just because it's simply too heavy and almost too sweet and sticky. But this is compliment getting. A lot of people really do like this scent. If you like something a little bit more gourmand and long lasting, it has a very nice fade as well. It's very one noted. I feel like it doesn't change notes. It's just this one single pear vanilla gourmand caramel scent, and it just slightly gets a little bit more, I guess, lighter as it goes on. Definitely very strong and beast mode perfume. The next one I feel like similar in that category is my Burberry Her Elixir de Parfum. Now this one, same story. Very strong vanilla and gourmand, but it has that strawberry shortcake kind of note to it that makes it a little bit more sweeter and youthful, which I prefer a lot more in my opinion. And this one, again, lasts ages. People really love that vanilla scent. I feel like vanilla is one of the most compliment getting notes in perfume. Even though it's not my favorite, I don't actually like it. But you know, when you want people to compliment your perfume, that's what you go for. I have spoken about this perfume for so long. I feel like it's very underrated and one of the best flankers ever made in my opinion. So highly recommend it. Definitely not the, I guess, traditional Burberry Her, because this is a little bit too creamy, but I think it's amazing. Definitely like a strawberry milkshake kind of scent. This one also lasts a good 10 hours in my opinion, more like the 8 to 10 hour mark, whereas La Vie Est Belle is even longer. So this one, I think even on winter, I feel like this is actually pretty good for a day scent as well. It's not as cloying as that one. So yeah, highly recommend that one. The next perfume I want to talk about is Carolina Herrera Good Girl Blush. Now you can probably start to see a trend that the more longer lasting perfumes in my collection are very gourmand and leaning more caramel. And this one I feel like is almost like the Burberry Her Elixir de Parfum, except for this one has more of a berry note to it, whereas the Elixir de Parfum is a little bit more, I guess, baked goods kind of scent. I really love the bottle for this. I saw a review earlier where people say they don't want to buy Carolina Herrera because the bottle is so childish, but literally ever since I've seen it, I was like, this is the most beautiful bottle. Like, it's gorgeous. I love it. This one is just the most perfect berry scent. I absolutely adore it, and a little goes a long way. I feel like this is the one perfume where everyone would like, men, women, children. This one is just so pretty, but don't overspray. It can cause a little bit of a headache because it gets so strong, but I do think this is a really great perfume to have and consider in your collection if you want something that's long lasting and compliment getting. All of these mentions have been quite pricey, so I want to mention a more affordable alternative, which is the Ariana Grande Cloud perfume. This one has won so many awards for perfumes, not only for designer perfumes, and I think for great reason. This is a very well created perfume, and this is It's so beautiful. It has this like whipped cream kind of scent, so it's very sweet. It also has a little bit of berries to it. It's very tasty. Again, a sweet perfume. It's very compliment getting, and it lasts so long. I like the fade on this one because initially it's a little bit more of like that creamy texture, and it becomes a little bit more berry sweet, and then you get onto a little bit more of those, I almost get like amber notes. It's very like, there's a lot of depth to it, which I really enjoy. Love this perfume. You can probably get it on sale during like mid-season, biannual, whatever, those kind of sales. This goes on sale a lot, so it's definitely a more affordable option. You don't need a lot, so one bottle will last you ages, and I think this is a really great perfume for any time of the year. You can literally wear this for every occasion. It is so good. It's to the point where people can smell you and it smells nice, but it's not like irritating. It's not, I always do this as an indicator. Think if you're stuck in an elevator, how strong is your perfume, and do you think people get annoyed at you? That's my kind of indicator of, oh, is that a bit too much? This one, it'll be fine. If you're stuck in an elevator, it projects so people smell you, but it's not to the point where it's like suffocating you with the fumes. I really like this one, and I think one of the best designer perfumes ever created. The next perfume I want to mention is a little bit more different with the notes, but I think also considered a beast mode perfume just because it is really long lasting, really strong, and I feel like it's quite unique as well. This is the Diptyque Philosophos Eau de Parfum. This is a true fig scent. If you ever had a fig before, this is what it would smell like. The fig tree and the fig fruits, everything. It's a very milky green scent, which I think is quite unique in my collection, and this is just so refreshing in the way where you literally feel like you're in nature. I think Diptyque does a really great job with imitating natural scents, and this is definitely a very well done perfume in that regard. You need to like kind of smell it in person to understand what I mean by it's very green and milky. It's definitely just like a fig. It's a very great imitation, and it feels like you just rubbed it all over your body. You just feel so put together, and this scent I feel like is a unisex scent, so it's something that a lot of people get accustomed to and feel comfortable around. And the projection, absolutely crazy as well. People can smell it on you, but it's because it's so figgy, people are like, oh, am I just smelling figs? And it's not super like obvious that you're wearing a scent unless you get really close and like personal with someone, which normally you won't. But I really like this scent just because I think this is one of the longer lasting perfumes where it's still considered refreshing, yet it has depth to it. Great fade. It goes from creamy all the way to green and grassy, which I think is an amazing story in itself. I would say this is a good 8-hour perfume. Very well done and looks so elegant. I love this bottle, so pretty, and the back again, just absolutely stunning. I have used this a lot. This is more of a winter scent for me because when I'm in winter, like right now, I prefer something that's like a bit warmer and like a hug. So yeah, if you want a creamy green scent, this one is the one to go. The last perfume we want to mention is Maison Margiela's By the Fireplace. We all know this is one of the most sought after like perfumes, and this is so incredible. I have mentioned this a lot. I've used this a lot, and this is the most perfect replication of a fireplace. Roasted chestnuts, a little bit of umber and spark with the wood. It's just so well-rounded, beautiful scent, and it has really strong projection. People can definitely smell it on you, and this lasts a good 10 hours at least. Really love it, and I do like the bottle as well. It feels very, very chic with like the linen and like the canvas. Everything about this perfume I adore. I think it is worth the price point because you don't need a lot. What really separates this perfume and why I like it a lot more than, let's say, La Vie Belle is La Vie Belle feels a little bit more artificial. Whilst this is artificial, because it creates that scene in your head and you are familiar with the idea of chestnuts or like roasted like wood, it feels a lot more comforting and it creates a more homely scent, whereas the La Vie Belle, I feel like it's just artificial pears and sweetness. So yeah, this one, absolutely incredible. You get all the notes that ticks off everyone's like complimenting list. You have vanilla, you have a little bit of wood, you have a little bit of sweetness. It's just amazing, and I highly recommend this. More of an evening and like colder scent. on the warmer days, probably wouldn't recommend. But that's it for today's video, guys. Nice and short. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope this perfume recommendations video is actually helpful, because like I said, I'm not the most experienced with these kind of really strong perfumes, so this is the best I can do. Please let me know down below any other perfumes that you think are considered to be beast mode, or any that's like super compliment getting, great sillage, wears all day, and just I want to smell it all and I want to try them all as well. And that is it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up or even subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys for the next one.